Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel, Ticking Together. As always, the goal of this channel is to provide education about
and spread awareness
as to what it's like living with
Tourette
Syndrome. So, as many of you have requested in the comments, we have my cousin Ariana back. We're gonna have a talking to a 10-year-old about Tourette's again because it's been a hot minute since we've been here. And it's St. Patrick's Day, hence the green. Yesterday was my birthday, I'm 24.
Woo!
Woo! Oof, that's my new tic. Yeah, I look disgusted and sound disgusted, but I'm not. Ugh. That's the gist of it. We're gonna just have a Q&A-ish talk, and you guys are gonna come along on the journey.
Yeah.
Oof. If you guys haven't seen our last video, or one of our last videos, our first video together, I will link it because Ariana is 10 and she didn't know that I had Tourette's for her whole life until this past year. She didn't know because I suppress like so well. And I mean, I would never encourage suppression, as you guys know. It's really painful. And it takes up all your concentration and it's just a really awful time. But in front of my family, I always am just like, let's be normal, haha. But I decided to tell her, and it's been a good time because she's so understanding and supportive. So we're gonna just talk and she's gonna ask some questions today.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
Woo! What's your favorite fidget toy that you own?
My favorite fidget toy is Nido. I have so many Nido. I collect them all, and anytime at my work we have Nido, I buy them. And I squish them. And I've popped a few.
Oh no.
It's sad.
Oh, is it hard to do makeup with like Tourette's?
It can be, but again, I usually just suppress. But when I'm doing like eyeliner or something that has to be like perfect, that's when it's not good. And I'm always like, my arm will be like a jerk and then I'll be like, there goes that idea. So then I have to be very careful with makeup. But if it's like, just like foundation or like eyeshadow, it's like fine because I can just move my wrist or whatever, and like, if I tick, it's not too bad. But if it's something where it has to be like eyeliner or like lip liner or something like that, it takes like a lot of my focus. Same thing with anything where I have to be like still. If I have to like...
Getting your nails done?
Yeah, so I got my nails done.
Isn't that the color I got when we went?
Yeah, I got my nails done like last week, and it was embarrassing because like I was sitting there and the lady was just painting my nails, but like she had to like hold onto my hand and it was like shaking. And I was like, so I wanted to do my finger bending tic, but instead of that, I decided to redirect and tense my butt cheeks.
Woo! I know I asked this last time, but like, oh, I did ask this last time. Have you gotten any new tics since I've seen you?
Yes. I get new tics all the time. Hi! Hi! Oh, my lovey. Dogs are so good for Tourette's. When I pet her, I rarely have tics.
Daisy, you can't lick me.
You can't lick
me. Daisy, I'm gonna get allergic. Oh my gosh.
Oh, Lordy.
You have to keep that in the video.
Hi, my baby. Look at that tail. I got rice.
Oh, baby Bunya.
I don't know what she's trying to do here.
Oh my gosh.
She's probably trying to get to your iPad, I swear.
No, Daisy.
I don't know. Okay, good girl. So I have developed the ew tic. Ugh. Where I do that and I like roll my eyes and I act disgusted when I'm not disgusted. And literally, it's so annoying because my mom and dad and Willie hate my tics. And so we were watching hockey like the past few times the Oilers have played. And I will go, ugh. And my mom is like, why are you disgusted? And I don't want to tell her that it's a tic, so I'm just like, I don't know, just feeling a little bit gross. And it's like, I just don't want to tell them because ugh, it's just embarrassing. And like, I'm still, even though I advocate and like want to spread awareness, I'm still embarrassed about it. And my family doesn't like to see me tic. I know a lot of parents of people with Tourette's don't like to see their kids tic because it's like a complete lack of control, and it's like they can't really do much to help, you know? So.
Look at my beautiful stickers. Harry Styles one I got. I love Victoria one. And then I had a mushroom, but I peeled it off.
Ooh.
Back to the questions. Why do people think you like fake it? Like, if you were spreading awareness on TikTok, why would people think you're faking about it?
Exactly. That's my whole point. Like, I don't know why people think
Like,
doggy. I don't know why people assume that if someone has tics that they're faking. And it's just like on the internet, if you're posting your awareness and you're advocating and you're trying to like say like, hey, I have Tourette's, this is my story. I don't know in what world a person would want to fake a neurological disorder and make you believe that they had it for like personal gain. I obviously don't fake, like that's the stupidest thing. And like, I have medical diagnoses, like I'm on 3 meds a day for my tics. Like, it's pretty heavy duty. But I think people just assume that anyone with tics are faking because of that whole hoodie trend, where like people were like, I'm gonna wear a hood over my face and dance. And ever since then, ever since TikTok became a really big platform for people with tics, everyone is very, very skeptical. And I think that that's really harmful to the community because it's like, people see me and I'm ticking and then they'll just be like, oh, that's a fake. Because they've just been brainwashed by TikTok into people who have actually faked. And it's just really annoying.
yeah.
I know there was a whole, I don't know if you saw, but there was a person called Tics and Roses. So Tics and Roses were like notoriously faking Tourette's, and like, again, I don't ever want to fake claim because fake claiming is so harmful, but like everyone online thinks they're faking. Their family has come forward and said, yeah, they're faking, but it's just annoying. So
Why would they be doing that though?
honestly, I have no idea. Like, I think people fake because they have other issues going on where they're not like, people fake because they have nothing better to do. And like, it's so like mean and almost like bullying, because if you're faking something, you're providing wrong information.
Yep.
And like, why, like say for example, this is what I always think. So Tourette's has become some weird trend for some reason, because it makes us quirky or cute or different, which is not true. None of those are true, but that's what people say. And imagine if something else became like that, like diabetes. What if someone was like, I have diabetes, oh my gosh, like I'm so cool. And what if everyone started trying to fake diabetes? Like, that makes no sense, right? Like, why would you do that? Or like, hey, I have asthma. I'm so cool.
My brother has asthma.
I do too. But I'm like, why are you taking a disorder and romanticizing it, you know?
One time I had to go to the hospital because I couldn't breathe.
That's not good.
It was a panic attack.
Oh no.
But it was a really bad panic attack.
Yeah, I hate that. Oof.
I have panic attacks actually a lot. I don't think that's good.
That's not good. I used to have them all the time too.
Yeah.
But could you imagine like if someone was like, hey, I have a panic attack, and they were faking it just to get views? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that would be so offensive, right? Like, if you saw that and you were like, because you've dealt with it.
Yeah.
And if you were to see that online, you would be like, that's not very nice. But then what if people automatically started accusing you of faking your panic attack because everyone else was faking? Like, that would be so rude, because you know deep down you're not faking. That's kind of what I deal with Tourette's. On TikTok, everyone's like, you're a fraud. And I'm like, I'm really not.
I'm
like,
literally not. Like,
yeah. Ugh. Ugh.
when you're playing, like, because you have a Nintendo Switch, when
Yeah.
you're playing like that, do you tic at all?
Yes, I actually have a video on this I made a long time ago where I was playing Mario Kart and I tried to play Rainbow Road. And
Isn't that one, like the hardest one?
I'm okay at it because I turn on smart steering, which means I cannot fall off. But like, if I were to turn off smart steering, lots of the time my thumb just goes, woo! And then oh yeah, it's not a good time. And even with Animal Crossing or whatever, like I'll be playing and then like I'll have to lift my thumb because Like when I'm thinking about a certain body part, for example, a lot of the time that triggers a tic in that body part.
Really?
So when my thumbs are moving, like even with my old like Nintendo DS, I would have tics where I would like have to lift my thumb off the game. So like if I was playing Mario Kart, I would take my thumb off the gas and just sit there. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm not winning this one.
So, like, I feel like when you're on vacation, are your tics worse or like are they better?
It depends. Like all the time my tics are always there, but if I'm distracted, a lot of the time they're okay. So like when we go to BC every year, I have a lot of tics there. Like when I'm hiking or when I'm walking or bike riding, it is a huge trigger. Any form of exercise really triggers my tics. I don't know if that's a normal thing. But when I'm like hiking or walking around, a lot of the time my legs will tic and like that's so annoying. But when I'm on a vacation like to Mexico or somewhere where it's really beautiful and relaxing, of course I'll have tics, but I'm able to suppress more easily because I'm so relaxed.
Like how is it driving? Do you suppress while you're driving?
Yes. And so a lot of people have like come at me on TikTok for this because I made a video where I was sitting in a parked car having tics. And they were like, oh my gosh, like you can't drive. But the thing is, like, I suppress to the nth degree when I'm driving. Daisy. I suppress so much. Come here. Come here.
Come here in the vlog.
Come here. Oh, yeah, good girl. Okay, come sit. Good girl. Good girl.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry.
So when I'm driving,
Stop! Oh my gosh. Crazy Daisy.
I genuinely think she just wants your hat. So when I drive, I suppress, and I find for me that I redirect my tics again, as I always said. So if I have to tic, I'll do a little movement like that while I'm driving, which does not affect my driving at all. I'm completely safe on the road. But if I were to have bad tics while I was driving, I obviously would pull over, like there's no question there. Yeah. But I've never had to do that because I'm very good at controlling. And I find that when I'm driving, it's very therapeutic for me. Like I'm very in the zone and concentrated on the road. So a lot of the time I don't have to tic when I'm driving, which is really nice.
Does certain music calm you down or like make your tics worse?
That's a really good question. So for me, listening to music doesn't always calm my tics down, but making music does. So when I sing, for example, I have no tics. And when I play the piano or play my guitar, I have no tics. And it's so nice because if you're out there with Tourette's and you find something that like is really therapeutic and that you love, a lot of the time your tics will go away. Like I've heard people that are artists, when they paint, they have no tics. Or people, when they are playing soccer, will have no tics.
Or like Evie Meg, when she does gymnastics.
Yeah, when Evie Meg does gymnastics. Like she's so awesome.
Yeah.
But you know, like everyone can find their own outlet and everyone will have their own thing. But mine is most of the time music. When I sing, I have no tics. But listening to music, sometimes I tic, like if there's a beat, sometimes I'll get it in my head and I'll be like doing this to the beat or something as a weird trigger, but that's kind of it.
Do you hear that crack? What is a good question?
Ugh. Not that.
Oh, do you find some of your tics like funny?
Yeah, I mean, when I say ugh or ew, like it's kind of funny because I'm literally not disgusted, like it's completely out of the blue.
Yeah.
Ugh. When I say I got rice tic, my friends love that tic. Like I'll be on the phone with them and I'll say I got rice, and they'll just be like laughing and they're like, you got rice, Carly? And I'm like, no. But I find that one funny because it stuck for like over a year and I don't know why. Like I have no idea where that came from. No idea. But I say it every day. None of my motor tics I find funny because they're just painful.
Yeah.
Like tensing my butt cheeks, when you think about it, it's funny, but when you do it, it is not funny. It hurts so bad. But that's kind of, Yeah, the vocal tics can be funny, but when people laugh at me, I'm like, please don't. But if you laugh with me, I'm like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Do you have like any name tics still?
Yeah, I still have a Jerry tic, which is your dad's name. It's so embarrassing. I'll say Jerry for anything. Jerry. Who else do I have? Any like J names, like Jerry, Jeremy, Jean. A French version of Jean. Literally, I will get off work and I'll have my mask on because I still wear my mask at work, but I'll walk and I'll be walking home to my car and I'll just be like, Jean. And people are probably like, what is that? But since my mask is on, no one can see. So they're like, who is saying Jean? But I say a lot of like J names all the time and it's just like, weird. I don't know why. J is just in my head. Johnny. Yeah. And I can't control any of that. Like, and when you mention it, like it happens more. So like if you're talking about a certain tic, I will end up doing that tic, which is really annoying. But I mean, for purposes like this, video purposes, it's fine. But if someone was to come up and be like, hey, why aren't you doing this tic? I'd be like, no, that's rude. Like don't bring it up.
Seriously, like tics just don't happen like back to back to back to back.
Yeah, exactly. And people are like, oh, if you're not ticking every 5 seconds back to back to back to back to back, you're faking. And I'm like, that's not how it is. And people online have like really latched on to the like severe cases, or like the cases where people are always moving and being like all weird. And like, that's okay, because a lot of people do have cases like that. But there's also a lot of cases where they're very mild and subtle and they only have tics every few minutes. So keep that in mind when you accuse people, because don't accuse people of faking.
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
So like, before I told you that I had Tourette's, like what did you know about Tourette's?
Well, I just like saw it on TikTok.
Yeah.
Like I just knew the basics, that like it was a neurological disorder, however you pronounce it.
Yeah.
And that like what happens. I used to watch videos about it all the time.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I find it really cool that like I find it really cool that like TikTok has provided that platform for education.
Like I haven't really seen anyone faking it from like when I've searched it up.
Yeah.
So TikTok's mainly just showing like the people who actually have it.
Yeah.
But I have seen people fake it.
Yeah, the Oodie people.
Yeah.
I know Evie Meg is really popular, this
Yeah.
Trippy Hippie, and Bailyn Dupree. Have you seen her? She's so pretty. She has Tourette's and she was on Dr. Phil because of it. And so I follow her. She's awesome. She's like 4 million followers or something. But she provides really good awareness too. So I love that there's like creators that are genuinely providing awareness, but there's a lot of people too that are just like doing it for followers. And I'm like, why? Again, would you like make an asthma awareness account for followers if you didn't have asthma? No!
Or if you actually have a peanut allergy and someone's faking a peanut allergy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it would be like someone, so literally that Tics and Roses person made like merch for Tourette's.
Oh my god.
And I don't think they had Tourette's, but it'd be like making like a peanut shirt with a cross through it, like an X, and like selling it to make profit when you had no peanut allergies. But claiming that you did and being like, putting your brand on it, like hashtag peanut buddy or whatever, like random, but you know what I mean? Like it would be like claiming you had something, profiting off it, and then just coming out later that you didn't have it and you just gained all this money for no reason.
That was like,
just bugs me.
yeah.
Like I would love to make money for my Tourette's, like it sucks so much, but obviously I don't.
Merch. My
Merch.
mom can design it. You can design it, my mom can make it.
Yeah. If you want merch, let me know in the comments. I'd probably put I got rice on all my shirts because people think that's hilarious for some reason. Oof. Yeah. No one's gonna want merch, but if you do, let me know.
If you do, like, comments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, thank you guys so much for watching. If you want more videos, if you want more videos with Ariana, let me know in the comments. We love hearing from you guys. Honestly, when there's comments about her, they make her day. So comment for Ariana. Like this video if you liked it or just like it in general. Subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell to stay tuned to all of my content about Tourette Syndrome awareness. As always, we're learning together, we're laughing together, And we're
Ticking
together. Bye!
My mom told me to smile more.